Hey people, this is the Mercenary. I recently got my hands on the P-Bandai Exia Repair II. This is practically the MG Exia with the parts to make it into the Repair II. As you can see, there are very slight changes to the Exia with the Repair II parts on it, but I made some slight mods to mine because I didn't like certain aspects of it. But before I get to that, here are all the leftover parts to make it into the original Exia. It's not much, but they did give you an extra cockpit chest component type thing, an extra pilot. It comes with 2 Setsuna figures, which I moved elsewhere, and the parts to store the original swords. But of course, once you're finished building the Repair II, there's no place to store the original swords. And here's proof that you do get all the original equipment that goes to the original MG Exia. The GN shield, the GN longsword, the GN short sword, and the original GN blade. They're not chromed out. They're kind of gunmetal, but I kind of like the gunmetal because then you could do modifications to it. It also comes with cable parts in this little red baggie. In other releases, it's a different colored bag, but still, the cables and all the other stuff is there if you want to mix and match. And here's something I did not include on my Exia Repair II, but it did come with the parts. The back skirts. These back skirts were kind of generic to me, that you find on most every other kit, except this one specifically made for the Exia Repair II. I didn't bother lining it, but I still built it, and since it didn't kind of feel right, I just rebuilt that beam rack that it had on the original back skirt and put it back into place so it can house those extra 2 beam sabers. These 2 pieces are something to note. But anyway, getting on to the actual kit itself for my version. These leg parts are new. Parts of this leg part is new. And of course, it continues onto the back. Yeah, connection's still somewhat bad there. It also comes with these different shoulder parts, as you can see here, where the original beam sabers would have been kept, but I think it's there for acceleration. And of course, it comes with the GN sword Kai, which everybody kind of liked in that final episode of Gundam 00. But the one thing I like about this kit the most is I don't have to install those silly ARM cables. That is one of the things I did not like about the original MG Exia. It's because of those ARM cables. They were just so difficult to install, and it didn't quite look right, in my opinion. Oh, and the place where those swords would have been kept are replaced by these pieces for beam sabers. As you can see there, it's one solid little piece. You don't have to worry about any pegs breaking. It's a neat little addition. And as you can see right there, there's the beam rack where these back skirts would have been. with that smooth red back piece. And here's, hang on, the original Exia I built back in 2016. As a somewhat comparison to the two. I didn't include ARM cables on my own version, but I'd like to faithfully admit that when I did my original video for my version of the MG Exia, looks like I kind of didn't properly plug in the arms in certain places. So there are no flaws with the arms. It's just me forgetting to properly plug in the arms all the way in and hearing the specific click to confirm that they were locked in place. Anyway, if you didn't like the original MG Exia design, then you have the Repair II, although it's going to cost you a little bit more than in the general release. I say the extra money is worth it if you want those. If you want the GN Sword Kai and all the other stuff. But if you're just looking to mod your kit, I just highly suggest that you just get the regular release and do what you need to do with all your extra modding. This is the Mercenary, and I'll be signing out.